Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Dan the Bugman here. I'm with my friend Jerry, and we're doing this video today because Jerry's having a big problem with flies, gnats, and mosquitoes, just causing him all kinds of havoc all day, every day. It's the middle of the summer here in North Carolina, and I don't know if you can see them. There's tons of tiny gnats. There's the big horse flies, the normal house flies, stable flies, and mosquitoes in the evening. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how we can keep Jerry protected very, very simply and effectively. We're going to be using the Martin's Horse and Stable Spray. This is a kill on contact insecticide. The active ingredient of this product here is a permethrin. That is a pyrethrin chemical base. It's a... Jerry. We're having to walk right now because whenever he's standing still, the flies are just giving him all kinds of grief. So we're going to go inside and I'm going to show you exactly how to apply horse and stable spray. It's going to give him coverage for the rest of the day, so poor Jerry can have some relief. All right, we're going to put the fly spray down. 1, 2, come up here. Cross ties. We're going to hook the cross ties to the bridle
halter.
There's a really good breeze inside the barn here, which is great. It's keeping the flies off of him, but as soon as he goes out into the pastures, again, they're going to be after him. So we're going to get him lathered up with this stuff. This spray can have a residual life of multiple days, but it really just depends on so many circumstances. How much moisture is in the area, that will affect the life of the product. How often the horse rubs itself in the ground or wallers around. We normally apply this once or twice a day, usually once before he gets ridden. So whenever we bring him into the barn or whenever we start to saddle him up, he doesn't have those natural defenses of the wind and his tail and mane shaking the flies off. So it's really important to apply this before you start handling the horse every day. It's a very, very simple treatment. All ready to use. Says it on the bottle, ready to use. This stuff is only 0.5% active ingredient. The active ingredient is the permethrin. So while it is a human-made insecticide, it's copied from a natural organic insecticide. So this stuff is extremely safe. We're not going to apply it to his eyes, nose, mouth, anything like that. We're going to apply this directly to his coat. It's extremely simple to apply. You just shake it up first for good luck. You turn it onto the spray section right there. We want to use that misting feature. So we talked about applying this product before he gets ridden. He was just ridden today. Right now he's about to go out to pasture. So we want him fly free for as long as possible. So we're going to apply this to him right now. Of course, this product is just going to be applied to Jerry. We're not going to apply it to the surrounding grass. We're not going to apply it to the barn, to the stables, anything like that. It's not a bait, it's not a repellent, it's a kill on contact insecticide. So whenever these flies land on him, they start to use their little mouth parts to try to take a big old bite out of Jerry. This stuff eliminates the insects immediately. I bought this for about $15 off of a website, DIY Pest. You just want to get a good coat on him. As you can see, extremely small particles are coming out of this sprayer here. We just want to make sure all of his main areas are covered. I don't know about you guys, but when mosquitoes bite me, it seems like they always bite my ankles and legs. I think it's because there's so many veins around the ankles and feet area, and especially on this big guy, he's got all these veins. The mosquitoes and flies can come up and so easily get a meal quickly. So we're going to focus on the feet, the neck. You don't want to soak the fur, you just want to get a nice misting layer. And always use a glove, guys. Use a glove to spread the product around. Gonna go over here now and get his neck right here. Horses have extremely sensitive skin. He just got moved into this new barn and he was at an old barn that didn't use this product, and he's got a few bumps all over him. That's from the flies and the mosquitoes biting him. Horse manes and tails, guys, are very thick, sturdy hair that they use to brush off the flies. They use their tails to sweep around, brush off the flies from the side, but there's a lot of areas they can't reach with that. So we're going to continue applying on the other side. Make sure you get the inside of his legs.
What most people don't realize is that only female flies and mosquitoes bite humans and animals. That's because females need the proteins found in blood meals in order to create eggs needed for reproduction.
And this is a farm, guys. As you can see, there's plenty of other animals here. horses, pigs, all kinds of stuff. And these animals are great, but while they're grazing all day, it comes out the other end and creates perfect breeding sites for these flies. So that's why barns and horse stables have such a big fly problem. The horse droppings create the perfect environment for these flies to lay their eggs in. They turn into maggots and then hatch out into more flies. As you can see, it only took a few minutes to apply this to Mr. Jerry here. So we're going to take him back outside so he can enjoy the rest of his evening. We're gonna go outside right now. Remember earlier in the video how upset and anxious Jerry was that there were so many flies around him? He's going to have an almost immediate improvement. So let's just hang out with Jerry for a second and see how all the flies and mosquitoes are treating him. He seems much calmer already. As I was saying, the insecticide that we applied to him is a kill on contact, but of course these insects are very sensitive, so it is going to give him some sort of repellent. It's such a huge difference than how it was just 15 minutes ago before we applied this product. I think it's safe to say that this stuff is working extremely well. Horses are meant to live outside. Obviously, we're on a farm. There's acres and acres of forest surrounding us, so having a couple flies here and there is not the end of the world, but there's a ton of things you can do, like apply fly spray, trying to eliminate breeding sites, trying to eliminate habitats for these flies, even some general insecticide treatments around the walls of the barn, around the fences. That's going to help a ton also, but if you want a cheap, efficient way to prevent flies and horses, the fly spray is the way to go. It seems like Jerry is quite happy with the results. He's not shaking, he's not twitching, he's not using his tail to brush off the flies anymore. He was doing that earlier. The horses do have a bunch of natural defense mechanisms to help keep flies off of them. And one that is very unique to horses, and it's very cool to watch, is that they can twitch individual muscles, guys. Horse coats are so sensitive, their fur, it's so short that they can feel anything land on them. Jerry knows right now that if I touch him lightly, that I'm standing here next to him, he knows it's me. But when he's out in the pasture, he knows the flies are trying to attack him. He will twitch his muscles, shake his tail, shake his mane, shake his legs, and that helps eliminate the flies biting him as well. Having flies around a barn is a very common problem for all kinds of livestock, so there are very simple and effective solutions to help keeping your animals protected. It's also very important to do this because of the safety of the riders. This horse in particular here, Jerry, he is a very special horse. He's not just a pretty horse that stands out in the field to look pretty. Someone rides Jerry almost every day. Whenever this person rides Jerry, they jump over obstacles in a circular serpentine fashion, and it's very intense, and it's very important for Jerry to be focused on the jump ahead of him. So if there are flies buzzing around his face or biting his butt, that's gonna be a problem when he tries to jump over a very tall obstacle. Applying the Martin's fly spray before he jumps is very important, and before he gets set out into the pasture for the rest of the day is very important. If he's going to be ridden in an intense fashion like that, I would recommend 2 fly treatments a day. If he's just doing normal horse activities, 1 fly treatment a day is plenty to keep him safe from all of those pesky pests. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and Jerry, say goodbye to the camera. Maybe Jerry can give the camera a kiss. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Everyone say goodbye to Jerry. Give him a big old kiss. Bye! Bye! There was a fly on his nose. I didn't spray his nose though, but that's okay. Jerry can handle those flies around his face. He just shakes them off, but the ones that are on his back, you know, that hard to reach spot on your back, those are always hard to get. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Dan the Bugman Pest Control channel. No. Oh, did you get it?